Hello everyone, this is Olga Media. We are in San Jose, Silicon Valley, one of the 10th largest city in America. Festival of Globe here, and we have two reverend have been talking about community, unity in diversity. So, hello, would you please introduce yourself to our viewers?
Hi, my name is Father John Pedigo. I am the Director of Projects for Peace and Justice in the Diocese of San Jose.
I'm Pastor Jethro Moore, President, San Jose Silicon Valley NAACP, Rear Booth Christian Center.
All right, well, NAAC.
National Association for the Advancement of Colored People.
All right.
Founded in 1909 due to there was a lynching every day. It was founded to stop the lynchings in America and across the country.
Well, how do you know each other?
From the struggles, from the battles here in the community, from trying to make and hold Santa Clara County accountable to human rights.
I worked in immigration reform and rights for immigrants, and one of our natural allies was to look at our, what I call them the padrinos, the people that understand the struggle and have been involved for a long time, and I wanted to know a little bit more about the African American church, and they have a historical struggle and also a lot of victories under their belt, and what can we learn from their experience, and talk to Dr. Moore, Reverend Moore.
So what was the biggest achievements you have done in your life?
In my life, I'm still living my life, I guess. One of the things that we're most proud of is some of the immigration policy here, the retainer we got here at Santa Clara County. Santa Clara County, we also were successful in getting band-to-box across county jobs and across the water district, and so we look to continue getting band-to-box across the small box stores as well. As you know, band-to-box means that anybody who's had a past criminal history does not have to check that box. They can leave it blank, but the jobs still get to ask them a question. So I guess, and we had, successful against Denny's back in the day, right. So there's been several accomplishments that we continue to hope to go.
Well, we also got the SCOM. We started the movement of the SCOM. Santa Clara County has one of the most progressive things. We talked about that, and it was really thanks to understanding the lack of due process, which were a lot of stuff is missing. So with Reverend Moore and the support of NAACP, we've really been able to kind of bring a bridge and coalition of people that are lifting up the needs for justice for people of color, for immigrant people, and seeing how our African American community and immigrant community can work together and both benefit from creating a better society.
Okay, what would you like to achieve more still?
That's achieve more, to make this place a better place, to make us a place where all people are treated with dignity and respect, where we all can sit down at the brotherhood table, as we call it, the beloved community, and break bread together, where everyone celebrates each other's festivals, where we all celebrate each other's accomplishments, wins, victories, and we suffer together in their losses. So we have a commonality in that we are human beings, and we want Santa Clara County to be known as a place where human beings exist, not individual cultures.
Right, I would say the same thing, and I'd say that I think that we need to find ways to come together and celebrate each other's lives, because then we have a lot of diversity. Also, people have lifestyle differences, people of different backgrounds, a lot of people that don't have any particular church affiliation, synagogue affiliation. It's a matter of bringing people who are of goodwill and really moving away from being an individualized culture of personal gain and ambition to see that there's something about the common good and really tie it to a different way of living.
So who would be your heroes in your life?
Heroes in my life, my mother and father, I guess, for the way they brought me up. There's so many historical figures that I look to for inspiration, but more than that, it was my mother and father that taught me to be proud of myself, that I would say my greatest inspiration.
Well, that's a really good answer. I'm going to use the same answer too. My mom was a strong woman, strong Asian American woman. My dad was had to overcome a lot of his Midwestern and his generational prejudices. And at the end of his life, he had gathered around him people of color, one of his best friends, African-American guy, and a number of them actually, folks that were really around my dad at the end of his life that I think that, when he passed away he was like 80-something years old, 84 years old when he died. When he died, I think it showed that he was still growing and still learning and still, being humble about some of the mistakes that he made as a young man. So I think it's good.
So what did you learn being at panel discussion yourself, kind of being during that panel discussion?
Well, I sat next to this guy that was a professional football player. I didn't know what team he played on, but everyone else knew, and I was like, I learned that there's life after football, so it was pretty cool, and I learned a lot about what work is doing. I've worked a lot with the panelists, so I'm really excited by being able to work more intentionally with the police department.
I would say hopefully this is the beginning of a discussion that will continue to grow across the cities and counties and throughout the state. The only way we're going to make a change is to continue to keep the discussion and dialogue going amongst the people.
All right, what would you like to wish to our viewers?
I wish the viewers would have conversations in their neighborhoods and at workplaces around opportunity, equity, and equality, based on the content of someone's character, not on the color of their skin, their caste, religion, gender, or orientation.
And like I challenge the police departments to go by each other's houses of worship, to go someplace different and just sit down, and you'll understand everyone has a belief, and we should respect that belief and what it is and learn to enjoy that person and that group for what they represent.
Until then, Olga Media, and see you next time. So